Hey random people, RandomAttack here with another video playing Gwent. Now in this one we're gonna be looking at my monsters deck and then we're gonna get into some games. So I've called this deck the Eggeater, and it's because in the core of this deck and most of the stuff you're gonna be playing in round 1 is harpies that spawn eggs and echimaras that eat eggs, so that's where the name comes from. So I'm gonna go through the deck kind of fast because I have been known to prolong these intros, so let's get into it. So we're playing Clino Harpies and Echimaras again because we get the resiliency and we get the extra points from eating the eggs. Now when you eat the eggs they spawn little harpies, and the little harpies are beasts, which means they pull out our harpies from the deck. So it's basically a harpy chain, and we want to thin as much as possible in the first round, so this deck is kind of susceptible to being just dry passed on the first round because you don't want to draw those harpies, you don't want to draw the foglet, you don't want to draw roach, you don't want to draw your aracas. So this deck is kind of like a high roll deck, so if your opponent senses that you're playing this deck, you may get screwed, and I have gotten screwed a few times playing this deck. So, but it still performs very well. So like I said, we're playing Aracas, we're playing Harpies, and we're playing Foglet for that thinning, because Monsters doesn't actually have a lot of thinning, but those cards combined give you 7 cards that just thin your deck, and also we're playing Roach, that also thins our deck. Now, we're playing one Aracas Behemoth, because sometimes you don't get one of those Aracas to pull the other ones from your deck, and sometimes you think, well, I'm just gonna throw it back because I have a Aracas Behemoth and maybe get a better card. And with Aracas Behemoth, I'm gonna use one of my Echimaras to then eat an egg and trigger the consume mechanic, which is then gonna pull the Aracas out of our deck. Now, there's each harpy when the eggs die, because the harpy is a beast in itself, and the eggs are beasts. Each harpy, Clino Harpy, right? Each Clino Harpy can spawn a harpy, so if you have 3 of those in your opening hand and you play all 3 of them, you're guaranteed to not draw any harpy in the second round. So moving on to silvers, we are playing Commander's Horn because this deck actually has a lot of spawned units on the board, at least on round 1 if it's prolonged, or maybe on round 2 if they dry pass you on round 1. You're gonna have a lot of units on the board, and it's a good way of countering like a Hailstorm, because people usually like to Hailstorm like a big row, and then you play Commander's Horn and you get that value back, or just stealing around, because this deck doesn't actually generate a lot of power. Yes, it generates a lot of draw, but you're playing a Clino Harpy, that's 7, you're playing an Echimara, that's 11 points, well 12 technically, because the egg you're eating spawns another beast, spawns another like 1 strength harpy. So it doesn't generate a lot of points, but it's close enough to the point where playing a Commander's Horn can actually like win you the round, or make your opponent pass, or just secure the round when your opponent's like trying to exhaust cards out of you. So we're playing Scorch because again, our units don't actually get that big, we just have a lot of units, and this counters Spells Coatel right now. Well, it doesn't counter it, it kind of stops it, as you can kill at least 2 protectors with it. So we're playing Roach for that extra thinning, we're playing Dorogari for the extra Echimara, which is quite useful when you're like when you've secured some resiliency for round 2 and your opponent tries to push you to draw some cards out of you. You can play Dorogari, spawn Echimara, and then you're gonna get that resiliency for the 3rd round, which is pretty good, so you don't actually spending a card. Sometimes you use it for the Drowner, because Drowner's quite good, but you don't actually have a spot in this deck to play a Drowner. You can't clear a Griffin for a Drowner, but I quite like the Griffin synergy that it has against weather, and also taking against the mirror match, you can take a Foglet out of their graveyard and then they can't spawn that Foglet, so if they don't have the Archgriffin then you're good, which is, yeah, I forgot to mention Archgriffin, it's pretty good for that exact reason. Now I was thinking of playing some other silver, but I I settled on Abaya because of the clear skies. I've talked about this before. Mages, silver mages are pretty good right now because golden weather is everywhere. So, and also Araka's Venom is good in some matchups. So like movement, Scoia'tael likes to play the 3 Blue Mountain Commandos. You can just snipe them with Abaya and then just deny them all that value. So moving on to well, I guess we have one more silver Katakan. We're just playing this for pure value, and because this can eat Stennis and this can eat Trollolo, it's really good against Northern Realms, and in other matchups it just gives you that extra boost of points that you kinda need. So we're playing Caretaker for our first gold slot because again, you can resurrect Stennis, take it out of the opponent's graveyard if he's playing Northern Realms, and otherwise he's just a decent card. We're playing Woodland Spirit because he's the most broken card right now in monsters. So when you play a Woodland Spirit, he spawns. I've talked about this before, but I'm just gonna mention it again. So when you play it, it spawns 3 rabbit wolves, which are beasts, by the way. So they trigger your harpies. So one Woodland Spirit will get a harpy out of your deck. You will also get roach out of your deck. And it will also get a foglet out of your deck. Also apply fog, and if the harpy comes out and hits something, that's like 20 points worth of value with an extra fog. It's pretty crazy. And because of that, because how crazy this card is, we're playing Renew. So we can play it on the first round, secure it, or maybe get ahead, make him use a lot of resources to come back, and then in the third round we can just play Renew and play it again. It's pretty great. Now we're playing Esco for that little bit of extra control. Because this deck doesn't actually interact with the other side very well, it has a Scourge, and it has Dagon, it has Woodland Spirit to kind of like put weather on the other side. But other than that, you don't really interact with the other side a lot. So Esco is a good counter to cards like Trollolo. Trollolo's fallen out of favor a little bit, but there are other cards you can kill like Farseers for spell Scoia'tael before they start buffing them up, because they don't have a reason, they don't have a way of actually resurrecting them. It's pretty decent, so that's why I'm playing it. Sometimes you are gonna be renewing Esco for that value in the third round because you think that they playing a card that's just gonna generate them a lot of value, so you just straight up kill it. And last but not least, I mentioned it briefly, but we're playing Dagon because of the flexibility of using any kind of weather. And if we use fog, he pulls our fog out of our deck, so sometimes you're not gonna draw Woodland Spirit in your first hand and you're gonna want a fog, so you just play Dagon, pull out the Woodland Spirit, pull out that foglet. It would be crazy if Dagon pulls a Woodland Spirit, right? Anyways, so I think that's enough talking about this deck. Let's get into some games.
Let's see what we have.
Oh no. Okay, so spell Scoia'tael. This is gonna be interesting. Let's see if we can win. So we have the Scourge. We need to keep the Scourge for that. That's, oh my, did my game crash? Okay, so this is a horrible hand. We want to mulligan the Foglet, we want to mulligan a Harpy, and we want to mulligan at least one Aracas. So we're gonna do it in this order. We're gonna mulligan a Harpy first. Get rid of Foglet. So this is what can happen. This is a pretty bad hand. We are gonna open with a Harpy and we lost the coin flip. We'll probably lose this game just because of the coin flip.
Nigh is the time of the siege and axe.
Raise Gwen. So, as you can tell, we're pretty screwed already. We can pass and get card advantage, but that's not pretty great. I'm gonna start off with that. So he can't Thunder it, which is good. He may Thunder anyway, but he might just play Farseer first. So it's bad because his Farseers are now boosted, so we can't Esco them, fortunately. There's still a chance though. There's still a good chance. If we play a fog and that takes, he doesn't play a spell at some point. Out. The drought hits this, so I don't need to clear it of this row yet. I think we do this. So we secure the egg. And now we can pass. So we got at least one Harpy out of our deck. We still have Roach. We still have a Foglet. But I think because of the Golden Weather and also not having a Baya in the hand, we need to pass. So Gold Weather takes for 5 because we have the Harpy hatchlings. Come on, man, play a card. Any card. Obviously used Gwent. Come on, you have a card you can play. Does he not have Farseer in hand?
Not afraid? You should be.
I'm very afraid. I'm so afraid I'm just gonna pass.
A storm is coming. Let's enjoy the weather while we still can.
Okay. So he's going 2 down to take it. Pretty decent.
Have strength, my love.
Which means our Scorch is gonna hit, right? Now, we don't want to draw a Harpy, we don't want to draw a Roach, we don't want to draw a Foglet. I think it's a pretty tough chance. But, it's possible. Now, best card we can draw is Woodland Spirit. There's a Harpy. Right, please no Harpy. Oh, this is so scary. No Harpy. Oh, yes, okay, we can take it. We can take this. Easy game. Now, I want him to pass. Pass. Good. So that tens. Now, we have some bad draws, but we don't have horrible draws. And we have the last say. As long as he doesn't have a spy, we're okay. Watch him just spy me. Or we even start playing. Good. That clears the Golden Weather. Now no Roach. I should have said no Foglet, and then I would have drawn Roach. Anyways, we can take it. We start off with a Harpy. And we take it from there.
This moment, I've seen it already.
Right, we're just gonna use this here. Now, if he plays another Farseer, then we're gonna play a Drowner and pull it onto this row.
This moment, I've seen it already.
I do not mince words on principle.
So now they're even strength, right? So we can scorch.
Admiral and Shay.
Ooh. Really? Do I assume he has a weather clear? I think we just do this. Make him use some more cards. I don't think he's playing this deck right. Maybe he's trying to protect them from the Scorch. Maybe he knows we play Scorch. Somehow. Okay.
Have strength, my love.
Oh, is that a first light? Come on. Bowser's Thunder. Now, I kinda don't wanna play a Harpy because it can distract our Scorch, right? Maybe we just do it. I think we kinda need to get this ticking. Good. So good. Oh my god, that's perfect. There's a clear skies. So that's unfortunate. But can you see that Scorch? Can you see that Scorch? I feel like we do it. We just do it. Scorch the world. Look, he has 1 point. That's fine. We can deal with that. Now we're gonna move. We're gonna move a Drowner on into his graveyard so that he thinks we're gonna res it. Here's a Drowner. There. Now he thinks. What is he gonna do? Is he gonna res that? I'm like, what the hell? So we're waiting for him to Hailstorm before we play Caretaker. The Nature's Gift. It's probably a Nature's Gift. Playing it this early.
There will be no negotiation.
Lacerate. So we're okay to play this here. Now the biggest we can eat is 8, I think. Yep. Really depends what his last 2 cards are, but I feel like we have a good chance of taking it. So he has 1 more Protector. He must have another gold, right? Oh no.
You'll be fine.
Oh no. Now the question is it even worth... Is it worth playing our Abaya to clear? That saves what? One tick next round, 2 ticks. One player lost Protector. That's unfortunate. We were pretty close. Definitely pretty close. But he takes it. So yeah, you can see that like us not drawing our harpies is pretty devastating. And again, like if we had Renew or if we had Cohere, then... Oh, there's no GG button. Anyways, GG guy. Ooh, a mirror match. Okay, that's gonna be interesting. Let's get him. Okay, this is a better hand already. We're gonna drop an Arrakis, drop a Harpy, and no Roach. Good. Now again, we have the kind of bad opening of Arrakis with Arrakis Demon. But it's not the end of the world. Do we assume he's playing the Consume variant with the Vran Warriors? Probably. I was thinking of playing Frost from Dagon. Really? Fine. Gonna play another one. Oh, he's stealing my deck for me. Thank you. Yeah, he is playing the Consume variant. Okay. It's good that that didn't hit anything decent. Oh, do we play this first? I feel like we do. Then that's not that great. Still do. So he probably plays another Harpy there. Like over there. Between the Vran Warrior and the other Harpy. Or maybe he just passes. I don't see him passing though. Oh, there's the Spirit. Oh no, anything like. Such a crazy matchup, man. Yeah, we're just gonna do that in clear. Take his Foglet. No, I can't Foglet that. So that's what I was talking about in the intro. In the mirror match, it's pretty good. Okay, we're gonna play this. Pull another Harpy. Now we have the lead on even cards. And we put all the Harpies out of there. So here's he. Now there's a good reason to play Dorugari over here, play a Drowner and play it over here. So he doesn't get any Consume. You can also just rest on Baya. That may be better later though. Yeah, we're just gonna play a Drowner here. It doesn't have carryover, so our carryover is pretty good. As you can see, this negates him eating the eggs. And I don't think he plays Ekimaras.
Naivety is a fool's blessing.
Oh. Okay then.
Ho ho, I sense trouble.
Hello. Oh, too bad we don't have... So if we pass, it goes... His timer will go to 1. Play a card to get this round. Timers go to 2, eat Siri Dash. So raising anything doesn't really help us. I feel like this is a good spot to pass. It probably is. So we're ahead. We're a card ahead. We're ahead by points. And he's gonna start generating a lot of value here. He's played 3 gold cards though. We've played 0. So... What? Okay, so he doesn't... He thinks that going 2 cards down is not gonna win him anything. Oh, that's bad. So we're gonna mulligan the Rakas next turn. What? Okay, this deck is good, I promise. It can work. So we need to use a gold card so we can renew, right? That's the main thing here. I feel like we do this. And we are just gonna bleed him out of cards here. So we're gonna bleed as much as possible. Hopefully he doesn't have a griffin. That's okay. What a G. You have 5. With a 5, right? So can you what? Anyway, so we're playing this, so we bleed him out. We're gonna throw away Roach, so we don't really care. That is fine. We can just play our own Dagon. Or we can Caretaker. No, we play our own Dagon. I feel like we're stronger with 1 card than he is. Okay. So we're still a card ahead. And he has to play first. I feel like this is a very good spot to pass. We don't have any more blanks in the deck. So throwing away a Roach is good. Like almost ain't... What? You're playing a card. You already won the round. Yeah, thank you. Okay, Kimara's alright. Drop the Roach. Oh, that's pretty good. So we can use that as a finisher. Or do we take the Toll Print and draw a card? I'm gonna assume he's not gonna weather us back, right? Yeah, we're gonna start off with this. So this pulls our Roach. Take the Toll Prince. Good. That's exactly what I wanted. Now we have the weather clear if he actually pulls a renew.
A plague.
Pretty good. Pretty good. Right, so we played already new. Question is, where do we want to play it? I feel like we want to play it here. Yeah, we played on the front row. So now we can Commander's Horn on the front row, as long as he doesn't have a clear somehow.
Yield and save me some time.
That is fine. So now the one thing we want to avoid is him having Hailstorm. But I feel like still playing this is fine. Although if he does Hailstorm that row, right, we want to make a few rows being spicy for him. We're just gonna play that here. So we're still ahead. We have 20 points in one play against the Hailstorm. And we take it. Still got a card as well. GG. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, there's gonna be a link to the deck in the description below and also timestamps for the video. If you did enjoy the video, then please consider leaving a like, sharing this video, and also subscribing to my channel, as it's gonna help me tremendously. I can't thank you enough to the people that have already subscribed. And until next time, thanks for watching.